Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys are doing good. So today we are going to learn how to make a kimono. I'm going to draft it on the fabric itself, and there is a kimono I was putting on in, I think, my previous video, the one where I was sewing 15 projects in 3 days. Yeah, there is one I was putting on, and I promised to show you how I make one in this specific fabric. This is cotton, and I'm going to use 2 meters. Yeah, 2 meters is enough. 1.5 for the bodice, and then the other half to make the bell sleeves and all. And it's enough because the length of the fabric is about 60 inches, which is enough to go from the shoulder to the hem, to the bottom. So it's going to be a long kimono with long bell sleeves, and yeah, so stay tuned to watch how I make it. Yes, so we start off by folding the fabric into 2. This time I'm folding into 2, not into 4. I'm going to cut the back panel first. So I folded into 2 lengthwise. The length is about 59 inches, 60 inches, right, somewhere in between. So now I'm starting off with the shoulder. I mark it at 8 inches, 16 divided by 2, that's 8 inches. And then I also go down by 1 inch to mark the shoulder slant, which I don't use, but I marked it anyway because I need it. I need that extra 1 inch. Then after I mark the 8 inches again, it's going to be like the way you draft a basic bodice. So I mark the 8 inches, and then now I'm marking my bust line, and I also mark 8 inches to mark my armhole, which is going to be my bust line. I'm really sorry you can't see it, but if you've drafted a basic bodice before, you know what I'm doing. So yeah, so I'm marking it. I'm marking now my bust line, which I marked at 10.5 inches. Yeah, on the bust line. So that's what I'm marking right now. And then after that, I go down from the shoulder to the waistline, which I mark at 16 inches. At 16 inches, that's going to be the waistline. And then there, I mark my horizontal measurement still. The waistline, I give it 10 inches. I just reduced it by just half an inch. Remember, this is going to be a kimono or a throw-on, so it doesn't need to be very small. So now I'm marking my vertical measurement of the shoulder to the hip. I marked that at 25 inches. And then, yeah, I'm just repeating that on this side. Then after that, I mark my horizontal measurement, which is, I marked it at 11.5 inches. That's what I used. And then, so what you mark on your hip is what you mark at the bottom. So I'm just marking the same measurement at the bottom, which is 11.5 inches. And then I'm going to add half an inch all around for seam allowance. I'm adding half an inch all around. It's just going to be my seam allowance and my overlocking allowance. Yeah, so that's enough. So here I'm just drawing out the armhole. Just drawing up the armhole, the armhole curve. And after that, I'm just going to cut. I decided not to cut out the shoulder slant because, like I said, it's a kimono and I want it to stay like that. It's even easier to sew when it doesn't have the shoulder slant. So here I'm just going to cut it out, and you're going to see it clearly. I'm really sorry for those who don't get what I'm saying with just my explanations, because I was using faint chalk. My chalks turned out to be a bit faint, and then the other thing was I didn't notice that the camera wasn't like getting everything very well because I didn't take a look at it I only noticed that after, but yeah, if you've been following my instructions, you know what I mean, or if you've drafted a basic bodice before. So that is it. That's the back panel, which is done, and now I'm going to work on the front panel. So let's work on the front panel. Again, for the front panel, I'm starting off with folding it into two. Here, remember the front panel is going to be open, so that's why I joined two open sides. So what do you say, like for all my vertical, for all my horizontal measurements, I'm going to leave out 2 inches. Normally I leave out 3 inches, but this time I decided to leave out 2 inches so that the 1 inch that would make the 3 inches is going to work as my overlooking allowance and then my seam allowance. So yeah, and my hemming allowance. So 1 inch is going to do all that. So all my horizontal measurements, keep that in mind. I'm going to leave out 2 inches. Anyway, you'll be seeing that. So right now, let me start with marking my armhole. And again, like I said, my armhole is still 8 inches going down plus the 1 inch shoulder slant. And then the shoulder to shoulder is 8 inches. So remember, you leave out the 2 inches, then you mark that. So I've already marked my 8 inches for the shoulder slant. I'm now marking my 8 inches still. Now that's the armhole line that I am drawing right now. And now marking my curve. So now I'm going to mark my bust circumference on the shoulder, on the armhole line, on the chest line. So that's still 10.5 like we marked for the front panel. But the difference is with this one, we are leaving out the 2 inches first. So now I'm going into the waist, which is still 16 inches like I did for the back panel. And then after that, I leave out my 2 inches as I did earlier. And then I mark the 10 inches for the waist circumference. So then I go down again to shoulder to hip circumference, which is, sorry, shoulder to hip, which is 25 inches. Basically, I'm using the same measurements as those of the back panel. And then I leave out my 2 inches and then mark 11.5 inches. So as seen, yeah, so, and that is the same measurement that I mark at the bottom. I still leave out my 2 inches and go down to the hem. Yeah, so yeah, it's that simple. It's really simple, guys, like extremely simple. So here I'm just drawing out my line. Don't forget to add the 0.5 inches for what is it called, for seam allowance, for sewing allowance. So yeah, I'm just adding that, and then after that I'm just joining the lines. You're still going to see it come out really nicely. I'm not using a ruler or anything because yeah, I'm good with my free hand, and besides I've been doing this for quite a while. So yeah, so now I'm just cutting off this first excess. So then after that I cut my fabric. This is the front panel, and like I told you, it's going to be separated at the front because I don't want it to be, oh, by the way, that's the reason I removed the 2 inches, because I want it to be separated at the front, like unopened, the way you put on a jacket or a kimono and it doesn't like cover up, like close up. Yeah, that's how I want it. So that's why I'm leaving out the 2 inches. So you can see very well, these are my two front panels, and that's how they look like. And again, remember, I do not cut the shoulder slant on these. So next up, I'm going to cut out my sleeves. Did I cut out the belt or the sleeves first? The sleeves, yeah. So these are the sleeves, and yeah, I'm folding for the sleeve part. I'm not going to really explain it much because I have a video on that specifically to show you how I draft and how I cut my sleeves out. So you can go check out that video. I've posted it. It's one of the videos I posted this year. So yeah, go check it out and learn in detail how I do that, how I calculate everything, the bicep, the bust divide by 6. Yeah, get all that in that video. So here I'm not really going to explain much, but yeah, you'll see it come out. Otherwise, if you've made it this far in the video, guys, thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned to see the outcome. And then if you haven't subscribed, please do. It helps me a lot grow. We're getting to about, I think, about 500 subscribers. So yeah, that's my target for now. We're about 454 by the time I post this video. So I'm trying to get to 500. So please subscribe, please like, please share. Yeah, and let us grow. So now I'm going to cut out I'm done with the sleeves. Now I'm going to cut out I think, yeah, I actually remained with an extra piece. So here I'm cutting out the belt that I'm going to use. I just used 3 inches as the width, and then for the length, yeah, I didn't even calculate the length. I just got a really long one. So here I'm just calculate. I remained with a little piece, which was like half a meter. And I decided to make shorts out of it. I still have a video on how to make female shorts with elastic waistband. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. And if you want to know how I did it, how I drafted it, how I cut it out, still, please go look out for my video. That one is the video I posted last year. So I'm just going to make those. They're like hot pants, like PJ pants, those things that can be worn to the beach. So yeah, those are the ones I made, and it really turned out nicely. So stay tuned to watch how it ends. So here I'm just going to show you how I join. So I'm going to first join the shoulders for both the front panel and the back panel. The way I'm laying them is how I'm going to lay them on the machine and then stitch. So I'm just going to join the shoulders here, and then when I'm done with that, I'm going to show you. So here I am done joining the shoulders for both the front panel and the back panel. Yeah, so that's how it looks. And then after joining, I'm now going to join the sleeves. Remember, we are using big sleeves, those big bell sleeves. So yeah, they're the ones I'm going to put. So my sleeves are what I'm going to join next, and I'm going to join them right side facing the right side of the fabric, the main fabric. Still, in my video where I show you how to cut the sleeves, I show you how to place them on the fabric when you're going to stitch. So that's a more detailed version. You can see that here. I'm just showing you where I notched. That's the middle part of the top part of the sleeve. So I'm joining it. It's what I'm going to join on the stitched part of the shoulder. So yeah, I'm just going to pin it all around off camera and then stitch on the sewing machine, and you'll see how it actually turns out. And I'll repeat the same for the other side too. And after, I am going to show you how it has turned out. Guys, this thing can be made in, I think I made it in about 30 minutes and I was done, both cutting and stitching. It didn't take that long, so you can do it too in any fabric of your choice. So here I'm done. As you can see, I am done adding the sleeves. I don't know if you call it that. So next we are going to be joining. I didn't add pockets to this. Yeah, I didn't add pockets to this, but now I'm going to show you how I'm going to join the sides. If you've stitched before, you really know how to join sides of a garment. So with this, I'm going to start. Sometimes I start from the bottom, sometimes I start from the sleeve part. But the reason as to why I normally start from the sleeve part, from the bottom part, is when probably the material is like slides and is really slippery, and I might reach the bottom and it doesn't fit. So most times I start from the bottom, but for this one, for this particular one, I'm going to start at the sleeve. So I'm just going to go around, just following my finger like that, and then go all the way down. I remember I did not add pockets to this, so yeah, I'm just joining all the way down, and I'm repeating that for the other side too. And then yeah, wow guys, I'm so excited for this kimono. It's not the first one I've made several others that have actually sold off, but I don't know, I get so excited every time I'm making something I like and in a really cute print. So that's why I'm excited about this one too. I can't wait for it to come out nicely. And sometimes I get torn when I'm making things and I'm like, should I keep it for myself or should I actually put it up for sale? So yeah, this is one of those things. So this is how I'm just showing you how it has turned out at the moment. You can see it's really beautiful, guys. Actually, this camera is not doing it justice because in person it looks amazing. Here I can see that the light was too much, that's why you can't really get the whole print, but I'm going to try and get a picture for you in that very nice natural light so that you can see. You see, so the belt, actually that belt is short, but I remember I cut out 2 of those, so the actual thing is going to have like a really long belt. And as you can see, I love black and white. Yeah, so even the kimono is black and white. So that's how it turned out, as you can see, with the long belt, the long kimono. I just overlocked it there at the sides, and yeah, I am planning to hem it, but because I wanted to finish this video first, I decided to just overlock it. And you can see the short shorts on the inside. You can see the sleeves are really big, yeah, and they are really suitable for the kimono. Yeah, and that's the back. Check out the back. And it's really long, guys. It's really long. So yeah, and that's how it turned out. The shorts are they have an elastic waistband, and yeah, they can be worn anywhere, to the beach, wherever you want to take this outfit to the beach. It's just a casual outfit, it can go anywhere. So yeah, that's how it turned out, and hope you loved it. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and also hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I post a new video. And that's most Wednesdays. All right, thanks for watching.